Howdy, howdy. I'm Mr. Dreadful, the dreaded one, the Dreadful DM, or just Jordan, and today I want to talk about the many pitfalls we go into when we're playing a D&D game. You know, when you walk in within a D&D game, sometimes you fall into a pit. I'm just kidding, but you know, the many pitfalls in terms of how we write our stories, the way we tell our environments and stuff like that. It's mostly focused on the DM side of things. Maybe I'll make a player side of things if y'all want it, but I want to focus on how like we fall into the easy tropes, fall into simple things that we often like reuse, and because we just get lazy with it, we get complacent. And I want to talk about that and how we can avoid it and how we like recognize these things and why they're not really good for us making a good D&D story. So yeah, if you want to tag along and listen to me yap for a little bit, feel free to. If you want to like and subscribe, I won't mind either. But yeah, let's get right into it. Hey man, yeah, thanks for inviting me for this game. This is my first like D&D thing, so I'm really excited. I have my little notebook for taking notes. I heard that's always good for starting players. I have my character sheet, and yeah,
welcome. Yeah, I'm first DM. Well, I know I'm easy on my new players, so don't expect any handouts.
You okay, man?
I run a very realistic world.
Oh yeah, you said it's
where I
really
only
realistic.
harass women.
Cool,
oh my god, I am.
Okay.
Oh, my mind is so twisted and so broken.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought this was kind of just like a medieval fantasy, typical, D&D RPG type of thing. I was watching Lord of the Rings to kind of prep.
It's more like Game of Thrones.
Oh, more Game of Thrones? Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen I got season or two of that, like the first two seasons. So yeah, I kind of.
Oh, did you bring a backup character?
Did I bring a backup character? No. Is that just like a type of my guy's gonna die?
Immolation, deathly immolation. Oh,
you gonna do what, Tim? This is D&D, right? Oh. So the first part I want to talk about is being so edgy, dude. Oh, my mind is, it's so dark. You don't understand the thoughts that go through. Being edgy can be cool, we love stories like Lord of the Rings where it's very clear defined good versus evil. The good guys are, like the Fellowship of the Ring, bad guys, Sauron and Saruman, guys like that. It's so easy to define, there's no like gray area. That can be really good for storytelling in itself, but at the same time, after a while, we want to have something a little more gritty, something that's a little more morally gray, like, oh, who really are the good guys? There is no like one particular party that's like, oh, these are obviously the good people. It's like, well, these people have this stuff, but they also do this. Like, these people are cool, but they also like hate anyone who's not human. It's like, oh, that's not good. Stuff like that. We love Lord of the Rings, but we also love something like Warhammer, where it's more gritty, it's more brutal, where it's grim dark, where everything comes at a cost, instead of like something like Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, but something like Harry Potter or something, where it's like, oh, you're the chosen one, you're this, you're gonna save us all. It's like, oh, but in something like Warhammer, if I want to be strong, let me sacrifice my soul and body to chaos, something like that. We want to have aspects of being a little more frisky, and that's good, that's fine, but it comes to a certain value of being so edgy and so dark where you just get a little bit into like the shock value of everything, where you just say things or do things just for the sake of riling up your players and not actually adding meaningful context to the world. When you're writing something and it's like, oh, you have aspects of like harassment, assault in various different manners that I don't really touch into because it's D&D, and like racism and stuff like this, but you don't do it in meaningful ways or like tastefully. You just throw it at people. It's like, oh, and this is happening, isn't that so dark? Are we so gritty? Am I so cool? It's like, no, that's like, what's the point of that? It's like when you're watching a horror movie and it's not really just anything besides jump scares. Maybe the first time it's like, ooh, that's a bit intense, but after a while it's like, oh, it's just this the entire movie. Isn't that fun? That's not really good storytelling. You're just trying to come off as a cool guy who's like, oh, I'm so dark, I'm so gritty, oh, my story is so dark, my soul is black. It's like, stuff like, dude, get over yourself. Of course we love dark and gritty. We love some stuff where that requires a lot of brutalism and stuff like that, but at the same time, we don't want to be in your weird fanfic thing, dude. There's aspects of how to do something tastefully and integrate it to the world and make it into a meaningful experience where you see bad things happening. It's like, no, that's not right. And maybe you as a player is like, I can overcome this, I can change this and do this. But when you just have things thrown at you just willy-nilly because they want to be like, it's so dark, it's so gritty, that's not fun. That's not fun for anyone. So, okay. So, PSA. This is probably a little good point, just a little good thing in here, just really quick. Don't be a perv, you know? When you're doing stuff like it's so dark and gritty. We've seen the DnD stories, like, oh yeah, it's so realistic, it's so dark, it's so gritty. And but it's like, they give me the excuse for the DM to like harass like the female players. It's like, dude, this is D&D. Like, at the same, like, I understand, like, maybe you want to be a little realistic and how the world can be a little bit sexist sometimes, but when it's like, oh yeah, it's particularly just target the female players or even like male players, and it goes for everyone, non-binary, whatever. For when you just target a specific someone because, you know, it's like, oh, you find them attractive or whatever, it's that aspect is not fun. This is supposed to be collaborative storytelling, and no one wants to be stuck in your weird, strange world. And that's kind of what I'm getting into in this next little topic. Hey man, thanks for letting me join. This my last DM was a bit goth, so yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I got my character sheet ready. I got a little bit of notes, my notebook ready to take notes. So yeah, oh, hello. Oh, you finally arrived. Oh, that's wonderful. But a little bit late, but yes, really. Yeah, this should be fun. Here's your lines for today. Oh, okay. Oh, so is it just like some character backstory stuff? I sent you like my little PDF, right? You know. There's lines in. Oh, these are like funny catchphrases I can listen in the past. I can read. Oh no, those are your lines. Oh, these are my lines for the session. I'm not your wait, what? Dude, yeah, I'm gonna need you to follow the script. Is that M dash? This is AI. Ugh. No, it's not. It's not AI. Dude, look, I just want to play regular D. I have to say, no, I'm not gonna say this. Listen, I just need you to say those lines as we go progress the story. Okay, no, don't do that. I can't do this. I'm out. Look, dude, this is my story, okay? You don't. So yeah, this next part I want to talk about is how sometimes a lot of DMs write the story that they really enjoy. They think is some type of Tolkien-esque epic. They're like the next George R.R. Martin. You know, they are Bryan Sanderson. But in reality, it's some like AI slop with the writing. But they force their players to like make certain actions. It's like, oh no, your character wouldn't do that. They would do this. They wouldn't do that. They would do this. That's not fun. This is a collaborative storytelling game. So you guys should collaborate together. You're writing a story that your players, your friends are gonna enjoy and evolve and change in certain ways, and it's your responsibility, it is your job to change and evolve with them. Yeah, we may lay down the general pathway of which way they can go, but they can follow it, they can like divert a little bit, they can even go left field and go completely off, and it's our responsibility to kind of go with them, to steer them back on certain ways so they don't get a little too off the beaten path, a little too intense, a little too crazy, or maybe we follow them and see where it goes. That's our responsibility. We're not supposed to just lock them onto a path like, no, you can't do that because this would happen, because you are a character would do this, your character would do that, and mommy told me I'm the best little baby boy. Stuff like that. We are supposed to help them. We're supposed to play with them. We're supposed to show them the way of like, maybe the story can go this way, but if you see something, oh, let's go with that. Let's try that. Let's morph them. Let's play together. I am not telling you what to do, and I'm not forcing you to do things. I am here simply telling a story, and depending on your actions, maybe I wouldn't have made that. Maybe I didn't plan for you to say that, but if you did, let's see what happens. Oh, you're actually gonna be a little more forthcoming with the guards, or maybe you lend yourself to being captured, or maybe you don't want to be captured, but I have this whole thing written, but maybe you don't want to, so you find a way to escape out, and then we're on like the run type of thing. No ways we can evolve with how our players change, because sometimes the players are dumb, they don't realize, and they might miss things, and so it's a responsibility to kind of guide them, or maybe if they go too much into something we weren't prepared for, fuck it, let's see what happens. You know, we're not supposed to like just be like, I made the story, if you guys don't play it, then I'm gonna stop. You know, what's the point? Yeah, but we're supposed to go along with our players. Collaborative storytelling. We're supposed to make a story together. Sometimes things are gonna change, and that's okay. If you're trying to keep your players onto a singular path of a story you wrote, we're not really playing D&D. We're playing your weird fan fiction that no one really likes because it's so dark and so gritty. Oh, it's so gritty. You know, oh, doing the gritty? Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna throw in a thing of me doing the gritty. I won't. Yeah. We're supposed to morph and bend with what our players want to do, and sometimes we reel them in. Sometimes we let them have a little bit of a longer leash. You know, that's how D&D is meant to be played. together. We're supposed to mess around and see what happens. Ultimately, D&D, very low stakes. It's supposed to be a pretty chill time. You know, we might spend a good amount of time prepping and making, you know, preparations for a certain campaign, a certain story arc, certain set piece, but sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. You know, that just happens, and it's our responsibility not to be like, oh well, this has to happen, so I'm not going to let you happen. Actually, your character would do that because your guy is, you know, from the demons of Salazar, you know, stuff like that. Just go with your players and see what happens. It's fun. It's exciting. That's what D&D is about. Low stakes and just messing around with your friends. Maybe having the two drink limit, and just kicking back and having fun. Hey man, you're my third DM. Other two guys were a little bit out there, and I wasn't really vibing with them. So, Sylvie, but really excited, you know, see you beginner friendly. I'm really happy about that. This is my first D&D session, so. Oh, hey man, I'm glad you finally made it. Oh, it's third DM? Oh, dude, some people could be so random and weird sometimes. I fully understand. It's okay. I'm really excited. Got my notebook. I got my character sheet, so I'm ready to do this. But, so yeah, your character, John, right? Oh, my character? No, it was, Mark, not John. Oh, Mark?
Oh, dude, I'm such a moron. I'm fat fucking chud, dude. God damn it. No.
Oh. Hey, it was a simple mistake, man. No.
It's not okay. It's not. You don't understand. This isn't even perfect. This is your first D&D game, dude.
You okay, man? Ooh. Hey, it's just D&D. I don't care. It's a simple mistake. We can move past.
Oh, just get away. Give me a second. Dude, no. I didn't even remember your name. I mean,
do you need me to call someone for you? Oh. Oh. Hey, I gotta go. I'm not sure if I'm really the one who should be. I'll call someone for you. So the last little topic I want to talk about today is something where we can get a little harder on ourselves when it comes to playing D&D. As we're going through a campaign, we might make a mistake, we might forget an aspect to tell our players, and we might get down on ourselves. You know, sometimes our players might throw a curveball at us and do something and we weren't really prepared for it. So we're like, oh, I guess you guys go over here, and then you kind of like riffing really fast and you're like, oh no, this is not good, and you're panicking because all of a sudden like the D&D session comes to a halt. I'm not sure it's the whole D&D session, but all thing comes to a halt and you're like, you're panicking, you're looking through all your notes like, oh, I guess we could do this, or we do this, and it's like, oh, and then you get panicked and you get worried because your players may seem uninterested, but they tell you like, hey, no, we're enjoying this, we're having fun, but at the same time you're like, oh, they hate me, they suck, oh no, dude, and you're just so, you know, engrossed in the idea that you suck. Yeah, so it comes down to that you're a bad DM and that maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe this whole thing isn't made for you, you know? Because, you know, you see people online all the time talking about how good the D&D games win. You see stuff like Critical Role, Dimension 20, you see how they're able to use the entire sets, how, you know, Brandley Mulligan or Matt Mercer are able to make these wonderful stories that engross millions, and you're out having a hard time making like one session and you feel bad. And it's like, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe my dumb little noir, eldritch horror, you know, D&D game set in the world of Barovia or whatever you want to say is like, you know, sucks. But at the same time, most of us are not making this for millions of people to see. Most of us are making this for 3, 4, maybe like 8 at most for the higher end of people. And of course, there are the people who do like 20 or whatever, but for the average like group, maybe 4 to like 8 people at most. And mostly your close friends or good people you know, or like coworkers and stuff that's really low stakes. But you get so worked up with the idea that you're supposed to present this wonderful story, because if not, then you're wasting their time, and you're wasting your time, then that means you suck as a person, or suck as a storyteller, or suck as whatever, you know? That's the thing. when you're working so hard to make something good for someone, but maybe in your mind it comes up short. Maybe it's like, oh, I could have said this, or I could have made this accent, I could have done this voice, or maybe this combat, maybe I should have done this, that would have been more fulfilling, that would have been more this would have been more that. All this comes together and you're just feeling bad about yourself, but you players might come up and be like, no, that was good, that was fun, we legitimately had a good time, but you're so stuck in your own head, you're so trapped in the idea that you're doing bad for your players and for yourself that maybe you suck. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is something that's meant to be fun. Something you're supposed to enjoy with your friends, enjoy with your coworkers, enjoy with people at the game store. It's something we actively choose to do, and sometimes maybe a session does suck, and that's okay, because not everything's gonna be home run, not every session is gonna be some mind-blowing display of storytelling magic. A lot of times it's more chill. Sometimes this is gonna be like a shopping session, essentially, or the beach episode of a D&D campaign. There's gonna be stuff like that, and that's okay, but it's all that matters if you're having a good time with your friends, if you're making stupid jokes, some inside jokes that you say like a month later on, everyone laughs. That's okay, because we're not making this for millions. You're making this for your closest friends, for the people you enjoy being your presence in, and you just want to spend time with. That's the part. A lot of times, myself included, this is the one I'm most guilty of, is just like worrying about like, oh, they didn't like that. Because even they can tell me like, oh, you did good, you did this, you did amazing. I still think to myself, oh, wait, no, I could have done this, I could have done that. But if all this is coming in, but at the same time, you did it. You know, you made the story, you put how many X hours of prep and D&D into it, and you tried your best to give your players, give your friends something they can hold on to, something they can have fun with, something they can play with. And like I said, it's not going to always be perfect sometimes, but that doesn't matter, because you're having a fun time, you're enjoying yourself, and you want to play this game with your friends. And that's the important part. And sometimes we lose that aspect. Sometimes we lose ourselves in that. And we get so caught up in trying to have the perfect campaign, being so philosophically deep, or being like balancing the perfect amount of edgy, or doing this, having the perfect boss fight, min-maxing everything for your players to enjoy. Sometimes you just gotta relax and realize it's okay if it's not 100% perfect. I'm happy with my friends and I'm enjoying with it, and that's all that really matters. Howdy. But yeah, that's pretty much my video. It's kind of weird. More I do this, the more I want to talk, but at the same time I want to have more meaningful conversations. Like I've kind of touched on that last topic before in a past video, but I was kind of like throwing stuff at the wall, not really thinking about what I said. I actually wrote like a little script. You can't really read any of that because I have the writing ability of a 2-year-old. Not ability, but the writing style of a 2-year-old. So there you go. I'm a perfect writer. You know, Brian Sanderson calls me up every once in a while. Don't look at how I messed up his name, but shut up. But you know, I try to make more meaningful stuff. There's a video idea I've been working on, or idly working on, is like house rules. One of the viewers, one of y'all cool guys, just wanted me to see me make a house, like a rules D&D video, so I'll probably make one in the near future. But yeah, I'm trying to do more into this. The videos have been doing okay, actually. I don't know why. I don't think it's all that good, but I'm glad some people are enjoying it, so I'm happy about that. And I hope you all stick around for a little bit, for however how long I do this. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'm having a good time doing this. And yeah, this is my first kind of video that's been scripted. It's not really scripted, it's more like bullet points being more formatted, so it's not just me just saying gobbledygook like the whole time. So let's see how that goes. If y'all can leave your opinion in the comments. If anyone makes it to this point, besides like the 3 people who I know would, you know, that'd be great. Unless you guys also want to leave your opinion, I also take that. It doesn't matter. But yeah, besides that, I'll stop taking up your time. And so I hope you have a good day. You take a walk. It's good for you mentally, emotionally, and physically. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. See ya.